You're here to learn about the top 5 local SEO ranking factors, so let's get right into it. Why should you care? That is a really good question. So there is a really important section on Google called the local map pack, and it's this section right here that shows whenever you search for a service in your area. So there are thousands of people in your city that are reaching out to companies through this small section on Google here. And this is called the local map pack. If you want to get more leads from this section on Google, then you have to understand the factors that lead to you ranking on this section. And that's what I'm going to reveal to you in this video. So if you want to rank higher, keep watching. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Munir. I am the co-founder of Marketing Tradesman. We do marketing here for blue-collar businesses and contractors, and we get them results. And I'm teaching you some of the things that we use here at our company. The first and one of the most important factors is your primary Google Business Profile category. Your primary Google Business Profile category tells Google what your actual business does. And this primary category has more influence than almost anything else that you do on your Google Business Profile. If you go to your Google Business Profile, you'll go on the edit information or edit business information. You'll see the business category here. If you pay attention, the first one is called the primary category, and all the other ones are additional categories. Be extremely careful of what you select as the primary category here. And you think it's obvious, but it's actually not that simple. There are almost 4,000 categories on Google for the Google Business Profile, so you have to be very careful which one you pick. To figure out what your primary category should be, you should search on Google for your main service and see the primary category that the most highest ranking companies are using. Let's take my own city, for example. Let's say kitchen renovation, Ottawa. If you pay attention, the people that rank the highest have kitchen remodeler as their primary category. Their primary category shows in the Google Business Profile listings or in the local map pack. If I analyze these results, I'll see that the majority of them have kitchen remodeler, and that is the closest match to your main service, which in this case, let's say, is kitchen renovations. So if you are trying to rank for kitchen renovation Ottawa, and that is your main service, you should ensure that kitchen remodeler is your primary category. You can have much less reviews, but if you have the right category, you will rank much higher than the other people that have the wrong category. The next biggest factor are the keywords in your Google Business Profile title. So this is your actual name of the business that appears on your Google Business Profile. This one is a bit tricky because your business is likely a few years old and you're not looking to change your company name to just Plumbing Houston, right? And it's a bit unfortunate because there are many new businesses that start that intentionally add the name of their city plus the service intentionally in the business name just so that they have an easier time ranking. If you want to change your business title, you can go again on the edit profile on your Google Business Profile and change the business information here. So you can attempt to change your Google business name by mentioning your service and your city. So if you're just called Al's Plumbing, you can try to edit your business name to be Al's Plumbing Houston or Toronto. But be warned, it could get denied by Google's review team. So I wouldn't always expect this to work. The only way to dispute Google's rejection of your new name is to provide Google with a document from the city or the country that you operate from saying that you are legally allowed to operate under that name. So let's say you own the business called Al's Plumbing and you actually got a certificate from the government saying that you can do business as Al's Plumbing Toronto. If you submit this to Google, they should accept your new business name and you will have an easier time ranking. The third one is the proximity of address to the point of search. So what does that mean? So Google prioritizes any business that has an address that is physically close to where that customer is searching from. In my case here, I searched for home renovation and you'll see that my location is more on the west end of the city. So you'll see the center of the city is there, but where I'm located is more west. And because Google knows my location, you'll see that the majority of the businesses that it shows up in the local map pack are people that are way more in the west. So what does that mean for you? You want to verify an address that is as closest to the center of the city as possible if that's where you want to acquire most of your customers. If the majority of your customers are in that downtown location, and you want a lot of people from there, then it's in your best interest to get an address from that location. If I search for home renovation Ottawa, then it is most likely going to show results from people that are in the center of the city, because I gave Google the name of the center of the city. I didn't give Google the name of the west end side of the city. So this is how Google uses your address as the pinpoint on the map. Again, you can change this, but if you change it into a very dense location, like in the downtown of your city, Google will ask you to verify your location by sending photos or maybe even getting on a live call with Google to show proof that you actually operate in that location. We've seen companies that buy a temporary or small office in another city or in the downtown of their main city just to have a more relevant address. So if you are Al's Plumbing and you work in Ottawa and you are expanding to Toronto, it is very, very advisable to get either a temporary or a small office in Toronto, just so you can have an address tied to that new Google business profile. It may seem like it's a bit overkill, but it is that important when it comes to driving more leads. The fourth rating is actually getting high quality Google reviews. So this one is pretty simple. The higher your rating is on Google and the more reviews that you get, the better that you will perform on the Google Map Hacks. In this case, I searched for kitchen renovation in Fort Lauderdale, and you'll see that Google prioritizes the ones that have a higher review. So you'll see that top one has 198. And as you go down the list, you'll just see less and less reviews, except for this one. Sometimes it may not be totally consistent. So the funny thing about reviews is that even if you rank lower, but you have more reviews, you will still get more clicks just because you look more trustworthy. If you are ranking third, but you have 150 more reviews than all the other competitors, just because of the sheer volume of reviews that you have, more than often, users will click on your profile first. For small or big jobs, customers just want to know whether the job will get done properly. So you have to show that you have the expertise and that others have trusted you for the exact same issue, and you can solve that problem just by being more aggressive in gathering Google reviews. So the fifth most important factor are the additional Google business profile categories. The primary category has a huge factor, but the additional ones should also be taken care of, and you should select them carefully as well. So here's where you find them. You find them in the same spot where you found the primary category, but it's all these additional categories here, and you can just click that button to just keep adding more additional categories. Here you want to include almost every single service that you provide as a business owner. So if you want to know all the different additional categories that you should add to your Google business profile, just simply search for your competitors and go to the services section here and just go through their entire list of all the additional services that they have. Any service that they list there that you also provide, you should add as one of your additional services. So those are the 5 most important factors for ranking on the local map hack. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time.